I intend to serve as simply a reflection of that which you already know so that you may gain a better understanding of yourself. All right, so I'm going to continue with the universal law cards because the messages that were coming out were really positive, even when the stories were a little more difficult. So I think we're going to go that direction. All right, Spirit, what message do we have for today? The law of correspondence. See life as the ultimate mirror guiding you to the highest version of yourself. And I took the time to write the page numbers on the cards. Okay. Life is the ultimate mirror of consciousness. This is the concurrence of the creative process, the spiritual realm through the mental realm to the physical realm reflected back into consciousness. Your beliefs set this law into motion, creating the feelings, emotions, and circumstances of your life. Your ability to manifest and demonstrate are in direct correlation with your ability to provide a mental equivalent within your mind and soul. For every belief, there is an undeniable equivalent in the physical form. The outer world is a reflection of the inner world. As within, so without. You are ready to awaken. It is time to release all feelings of being the victim of life and realize your infinite power. Your experience of life is the out-picturing and reflection of your beliefs. By drawing this card, you are ready to identify your limiting beliefs so you may release them. As you advance in your spiritual awakening, everything will be magnified to give you clarity to spot your limiting beliefs. Keep the faith. You are going through a quantum shift and miracles are in the making. Now you will see life as the ultimate mirror, guiding you to the highest version of yourself. Remember, sow what you wish to reap. Here we go. Okay, so what I'm getting from this card more than anything else is an energy of somebody that is questioning the universe in a way. Like maybe you have repeated the lesson that you are currently in, and you notice that every time it repeats, it doesn't actually like go away. You are faced with an exaggerated or magnified version of the same lesson. And you're struggling with it a little bit because you're like, actually, universe, I already dealt with this and I am healed from this and I know better than this and all of the things. Like, why do I keep repeating the same patterns? This feels like it's something to do with the types of people that you choose to be around. Yeah, it kind of feels like that. So let's see what the cards have to say. All right, Spirit, guide us through this. Law of correspondence. The ultimate mirror. All right, we have the Nine of Pentacles. What else? Oh, we have the Ace of Cups to the Seven of Cups. And the Fool. All right. Okay, so this is for someone who is recently single. And that would be right in alignment with what I was feeling about the card. So the last relationship that you had was, although very different from the one previous, the lessons that were highlighted during this time were the same. And it's not that you are repeating the lesson as it is you are leveling up. The quality of person that you chose this last time was a level up from, okay, so all right, so I'm being corrected that quality is not the right word, but the, okay, I'm getting appearance. The appearance, not like the physical, what they look like, although that might be it too, but the appearance of the person was more with you as you grow, compared to what you had had prior to. So it's almost like it's the vibration of the red flags that you had from your previous one, right? Were not available to you for this one. And that was by design. You might have cared for this one more too. Okay. And the reason that you repeated whatever lesson that it was in this one is because you needed to level up. It's not that you did not learn the lessons from the last one. It was that you needed the advanced level of this one for your growth. Okay. So with the Nine of Pentacles, doing just fine, doing just fine. If you are recently going through a breakup or like you're still in like the tough part of the breakup, overall, you're in a much better position now than you have ever been during breakups in the past. This is really interesting. So they're giving me like a comparison between how you had handled it before and how you're handling it now, what you experienced during the relationship, what you just recently experienced, and kind of like a comparison of the two. And it looks like you have like improved on every aspect. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a scenario. This is just because I'm trying to relate it to real life. Would be very similar to you were dating somebody, and this is like two relationships ago, or your significant relationship that you feel that you had already learned this particular lesson. So that in that relationship, you had had red flags from the start. This relationship, you might have had red flags from the start, but you had grown enough to either excuse those. Okay, so not excuse, to to forgive, to like to recognize that we are all human and we're all having this experience and we're all one. Like it was almost like you didn't take it personally, um, or you recognized that they were on a different level than you were, or you were more forgiving and calm when it came to whatever it was. Like, say your person, okay, so say like lying was a thing, right? So in your previous relationship, they were lying from the very beginning. You probably reacted a lot stronger to that in the beginning, but dismissed it or allowed it or whatever that was, however that worked for you. And then this time, they might have been lying to you, and you were like, okay, you know what? We're new. We all make mistakes. You might have had like a very open conversation about it where you sat in a state of grace and forgiveness and just, you know, uh, okay, what are boundaries? What about them? So like boundaries are coming up. I think that that's kind of highlighting that it wasn't that, what about boundaries? Okay, something about softened. And I'm not taking it as like a bad thing that you, I feel very much that it's more of like an acceptance part of it. Like you weren't oh, okay. The boundaries that you set were not because they were inflaming your insecurities, like with the last one, when the lie occurred, or whatever it was, when the lie occurred, when the deception occurred, you took it very personally because it was against you, because it was highlighting something like within you, like a wound about being lied, something. And you have worked through that when you started this relationship that has ended. Right. Okay. So you are in a much better place now than you were at the end of the last one. Okay, so let me move on. And you have either already seeing in your experience a lot of different options that are available to you, and these options are in alignment with you because of how you have grown from the previous one to this one, or because how you have how you have grown because of being able to process or handle or okay. So I'm seeing like a one of those those victory cups that they have in horse races because you were able to overcome the more advanced. Oh, okay. So it's like the more advanced version this time of the same lesson. So now you have a lot of options that are available to you in your current experience that are more in vibrational alignment with you. Okay, your past person is not one of those options. Okay. And you are going to be moving on to something that is new. Anything else in that same realm? I keep getting this feeling like you're not seeing this in your current reality. I feel like you're a little newer into the breakup or into the dissolution of whatever this was. And so this doesn't feel as strong in resonance because I'm getting sad because you're still kind of sad about it. If you are holding on to the breakup because of a definition, meaning like it's not an appropriate amount of time for healing or like in between. This is for somebody who has already had an offer from another person or is holding back on being available to take an offer from another person because you think you need to have more time in between the ending of one and the beginning of a new one because it would indicate that you are either codependent or unhealed. If it's something about the definition of those, that's not correct. Or it's not going to matter. Okay, so what I do want to find out, because I'm just curious and I'm nosy, is I want to find out if your next relationship is going to be a higher level version of the same lesson. So is the next relationship going to be a higher, is it going to mirror again, but magnify it? Six of Pentacles. So Six of Pentacles. So if the problem, so I'm going to take these as affirmations. If the problem in your previous relationship was lack of reciprocity, your next one will also reflect that. Wait, is that right? Yeah, Ace of Swords. So absolutely right. Okay. Are there any more? So that it, the Fool. No, no, there aren't, because then you would start again. Okay, so if that doesn't resonate, if this, you didn't have a problem with like give and take or unequal distribution of whatever, but if you resonated like, yeah, there was a lack of reciprocity, then the next relationship that you're going to get into will likely have that same mirroring with magnification effect, right? And then you will do it again. So it might seem like a little disappointing. You're like, wait, so you're saying the next one isn't going to work out as well? Again, this is not like, this is just one of many options, right? And you have free will, but don't take that as a negative thing, right? Because now what you can do is you can see that, look for that as like your indicator or make whatever adjustments within yourself regarding reciprocity and how you feel about reciprocity. And you can correct those prior to the new beginning. Just, human to human, just a thought. You can correct those within yourself so that it's not an issue. So that you're able to either notice it right off the bat and just say, okay, yeah, this is not, you know, okay, so I'm getting soft boundaries again, so that you can take whatever steps are necessary in order for you to discuss with your person. Like, yeah, I don't, I have a boundary about whatever. I don't know. You pay more for stuff than they do, or they pay more respect or whatever was not an equal give and take in your previous, it's not going to be the same, but I mean, like in previous relationships, you would be able to identify that faster, is what I'm getting. Okay. I love that for you. I'm actually really excited about that. Leveling up is always awesome. And just speaking from personal experience, yeah, you could be totally pissed off at the universe or whatever your belief system is at the end of repeating yet another cycle and be like, wait, no, that's, I don't understand the purpose of this. Especially if you've gotten to the end of it and you're like, if I repeat this again, it's going to be I can't even imagine what the next level of this would be. This one was so bad or something like that. Um, I feel like you're close to graduation at this point. It gives me that graduation vibe. So depending on how bad that last one was, and then this next one, man, if you can just get it, this next one, you level up every time. Once you start hitting those experiences that are regarding spiritual sovereignty, where it's actually, I'm not going to dishonor my soul in this manner. Nothing else is showing up in your reality. There's no other reasons why, but you're like, yeah, you know what? Nah, this is dishonoring my soul. Sorry. Gotta go. Like those advanced level courses. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna stop monologuing. So you are unconditionally loved and supported by the universe. My unconditional love to you as well. Until next time, take care of yourself.